Whoa, Brando! Like, we have a new show now.
Yeah, Nate, it's crazy where our journeys have taken us.
Yeah, life is crazy, but, what exactly are we gonna talk about?
Comics?
Taken.
Wrestling?
Taken.
Video games?
That too.
Politics?
Too boring.
Oh, shoot.
Doctor Who!
Too British.
Yeah, fine. What if we just riff and tell stories about our life experience?
That's just crazy enough to work.
How does, Every Other Friday sound to you?
Dude, I'm down. Guys, check out our new show, The OGs, only on the Journey into Comics Network.
The following
is a journey into comics.
Journey into Comics.
It's a journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Network.
Production.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to Podcastrophe. You can find us by searching Podcastrophe on all of your favorite podcasting platforms like Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and more. You can also find us at JourneyIntoComics.com. We drop a new episode every single Thursday. Be sure to subscribe to Podcastrophe to get the show and exclusive content. We record each episode live every Tuesday around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can watch that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just follow Podcastrophe on any of those platforms, and be sure to chat with us. Also, be sure to check out the Journey into Comics Network and all of its amazing shows. Now, on with the show!
Who's ready for Huggies?
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Nick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe!
Like it, love it, yee!
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is not an episode. It's just extra. Woo!
Yay.
Yay.
So extra.
I'm joined by none other than my wife.
Hey.
What up, Phantom? Phantom Tyner. Mrs. Phantom.
Yes. The Phantom Miss.
And I got Dave Linder. I lured him here with my Linder lures.
It's working. Day Drinking Dave is in full effect.
Dave drinking?
Sweet.
That's a thing.
Dave Drinking Dave.
And you know, for the first time ever, I'm just going to announce you guys as Walk Among Us rather than,
Oh, that feels cool.
rather than, my networking buddies, my podcast network buddies, and the Pod Daddy himself.
Oh, thanks, Dick.
We got Walk Among Us in the house.
We don't say that.
Thank you.
We got they're on the coucherage. The coucherage. No, it doesn't work. We got the charitage.
Charitage.
We got the squaritage.
Oh my god.
Which is, by the way, that's why I was trying to do I put E equals MC squaritage.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fucking amazing.
Stupid.
I was
So
wondering why you
stupid.
were asking about that.
I'm like, what is he asking me E equals MC squared for? I'm so confused.
It's like this just got dumb.
Dick,
It's like
how long has it been since these two have been on Podcastrophe?
episode 4, The Fruits of War.
Yes, that was a long.
Damn. That was yeah.
That was the night after we debuted How the Gods Kill.
I love that song.
I did not remember.
Yeah, it was in Highland. You came up for that.
Yep.
That was wicked.
Yep. I sat through a 3-hour Voice of Survival with Brando.
You slept through some of that, though.
I did.
You also slept through Attack of the Yawns that night.
I did.
Because Brando and I were like, fuck it, we're recording a JIC right now. No idea why we thought that was a smart play. Sometimes I think it makes us better. I don't know.
It was like, 1 or 2 in the morning?
Yeah.
And we're like, let's do this. Dick, you in? I'm like, I'm in.
We're having a legit conversation, and all of a sudden I hear.
I believe it. It's all the time.
And then there was a few times where I
Yeah, we bonking.
bonked my own mic. I woke myself up with a snore.
That's great.
I was like,
I do that a lot.
good times.
Professional.
Alan Leroy Jenkins. Tyler with hashtag obligatory butt stuff in the chat. Alex says,
Hi, Miranda. I kiss you.
Hi.
Then she meant I miss you.
Well.
And then she also says, when do I get my fucking hoodie, Dave?
You're the wrong. I'm the wrong chip. You talk to the other chips. So,
He's the least qualified chip.
Alan says, I miss you, David. You get a lot of love, Dave.
True.
Everybody's just in the comments talking about you.
Oh, god damn it.
Commentators talk about Walk Among Us too, and my lovely phantom wife.
Damn right. Not just about me. I suck.
No, you're doing pretty well, and your show is doing pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be on a show.
I was happy that I got to be a part of the first one.
I was so excited all of you guys were in that. It was amazing.
And I love
was
that you
fun.
called it decapitation. That was so fucking cool.
I'm pretty good at bad puns.
Can we talk about Dungeons and Dudes?
Can we?
Like, what spawned this? I mean, so for the longest time that I've known Nick, when I moved into the Doom Room originally, I never knew just how big into like tabletop games he was, and like every Monday night would be like game night.
Really?
And Brett Maxwell would come over, Zach Davidson, Jess, and whoever else.
The Bruise Crew.
Yeah,
essentially.
Bruise Crew. Yeah.
They would all just come over and play Settlers of Catan or several other games. I don't know.
Have y'all ever played Carcassonne?
I have.
That game is the shit.
It's great.
I don't
It's a
think
lot of fun.
Dick would really get down with it because it's slow building.
I'm
You
not
have to-
big on games in general, like
Okay.
board games. I love Monopoly.
Okay, that's
I
strange.
hate Monopoly.
I love Parcheesi.
That's
You would.
Obscure.
Very
Okay.
cheesy.
Very-
No, growing up on my grandparents' compact Windows 95 computer that lasted until my junior year of high school.
Damn.
That thing lasted for fucking ever. I couldn't even tell you the specs on it. But they had Hoyle board games.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I would play Snakes and Ladders.
Ooh.
I would play Parcheesi and Battleship and Dominoes and all that shit. It was great. It was good times. But Parcheesi, I really like Parcheesi.
Everyone knows that. Well, I don't think everyone knows, but these two know that I shouldn't play games. I'm not a very good with.
I'm really only good at Cards Against Humanity, and I'm only
I
as
love
good as
playing that game.
I'm only as good as the people have sense of humors.
I'm kind of the same.
We always
I've been
have fun
playing
when we play
much
that
Oh,
games
game.
yeah.
since I was
Oh,
a
yeah.
child. I've always played games. I played my first D&D game with my father when I was 12. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
He did get to learn a few poker games at my parents'.
Yeah,
'cause my
I-
family plays a lot of card games.
I learned some poker games the other day,
Texas
and
Hold'em.
some of it was okay, and the rest of it I was like, I just couldn't latch onto
We
the
threw
concepts
so
of
much
it.
into him. We were doing Texas Hold'em.
Every time, every new person
Seven card
that was it was their turn to deal, they're like, all right, we're playing this now. I'm
Okay.
okay.
I love card games. That's
I
my favorite.
love games. I love playing games. It's
Oh,
just
keep playing
sometimes I
more.
get too competitive, or sometimes I get a little butthurt if
start watching.
people make fun of the fact that I'm losing because they tease me. I don't like being teased.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just want to be left alone.
She's already mad about
I'm
it.
already sweating thinking about playing a fucking game.
We're not even playing a game yet.
I know. It's just my family has
have
always played
Andrew
lots
Core
of
in the
games,
chat.
and it's
Oh,
always
what up,
gotten
baby?
intense.
He goes, who
It's
are
too
you
intense.
people?
I'm too nice of a person to play games with people. I wouldn't do that to anybody. Other than decapitation, because then I got to that's what I liked about the role-playing stuff is that I got to pretend to be somebody else. So if I fucked something up, it was Heather's decision and not mine. You know?
exactly.
I can get on board with these kind of games.
I had a hard time with decapitation because I made a character for myself, and then I pigeonholed myself into that character, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're stuck there.
Real early on, I had a plot for myself, and I couldn't break away from it.
Well,
It was great.
it was
It
super
my
funny.
favorite character.
It got really difficult
It
to
was
play that
funny.
character because I didn't know what to do or how to. There were sometimes I immediately started with a Wisconsin accent. Ask me why, I do not know.
Pickles, that's why.
No, I've just always had a
He's just
fascination
obsessed with it.
with the Wisconsin accent.
It's hysterical.
But no, I just went for it, and then there are times where I didn't know how to say things with the Wisconsin accent, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to talk about it.
I love how everyone just got into their characters super quick.
Yeah,
That's what I love.
yeah.
That's why I want to start with Dread because it's really easy, role playing. There's not heavy rules or dice to worry about. You're just being a character.
You just
That's
need
cool.
to get a good Jenga tower, bro.
Yeah,
Not
I have
that-
that in my car still.
Not that
Be
not that
was
jank
janky.
ass jumbling tower.
Jumbling towers.
It's weird for me because on the games thing, like I deal cards and shit, so I see it from the other side. I want to teach you Pai Gow poker, and then that'll blow her family's minds, and then you'll look like the badass because that game's hard as shit.
I like looking like a badass.
Yeah,
I can see that about you.
I don't do it very often.
Dude, Pai Gow's crazy because the dealer has a hand, and then all the players have a hand, but the player is only going up against the dealer. Players aren't going up against each other. You have a high hand, which is only 2 cards, a low hand, which is 5 cards, and then it's essentially poker hand. So if you have a pair up top, most likely going to win. But if down low you have shit and the dealer beats you, you push. But you have to play the cards in a certain way because you have to put your strongest cards in the low hand and then a weaker deck up high. So it gets really interesting and stuff. It's one of my favorite games to deal. Also one of my favorite games to play, and as far as poker is concerned.
Good luck getting him to try that.
Yeah, good luck. I, as much as I would love to feel like a badass, good luck.
That's a lot of effort. It's a complicated
It's more than
game.
30%. Yeah, you'll need
He
like
doesn't like to do
94%.
Maximum effort required.
AJ says people who tease others for losing in games are trash.
Word.
I like that.
That guy gets it.
Damn right.
Yeah.
AP says, who are you people?
He knows who we are. It's the Foodies crew, AP, who's also in a band, AP. None of my shows have band members. A whole fucking band is on one of his shows. An entire fucking band. He said none.
Yeah, well, because he saw the flyer in our group chat and
For the thing, yeah.
and he's like, which we haven't talked about. We talked about it a little bit on Podcastrophe, I think.
I think you guys
Super
hyped
funny,
it
I
a
didn't know that.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh.
But I don't, we haven't like discussed details, but we have something really cool in the works.
Yeah, it's like every band in this on this flyer has a host on the network except for mine.
Start a band.
I hope you're still here, AP.
I would love to have AP do like hardcore lyrics. It would be incredible. Him in like suit and tie, just like
Ooh,
getting
rapping.
angry. Oh my god, like Durs.
Political.
Oh my god, he could totally be the Durs. Oh. Do you watch Workaholics? Yeah.
I don't.
I love work.
I don't like workaholics.
Real men
Never
eat
liked
their
it.
dessert first.
We liked Workaholics for like the first couple of seasons. It was really, really funny. But then it got like, as they were getting older and we were getting older, the show got older and it wasn't very funny anymore.
They took a serious turn and made it sad.
Yeah, there was like
Really?
a couple of episodes that we were just like, okay, I think I'm done with it for a while. I'll just watch season 2 again.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
How many
so
seasons
much
are there now?
Letterkenny. It's
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I know I haven't seen the
7?
newest, whatever the newest one is. Whenever it came out.
What did you say?
What is Letterkenny?
Letterkenny's amazing. It's a Canadian show about a town
already
of
sold.
Letterkenny, Ontario, and it's just filled with like Canadian and like hockey jargon. It's amazing. The first episode I had to Google half the shit they were talking about, but it was amazing.
Bunch of
So good.
Shit, we got
funny.
Corey
So
Parks.
great. It's on Hulu. Check it out.
Cool.
Got Corey Parks, formerly of Narrow House.
Boom.
And cardiac
Get
arrest.
Narrow House.
Where's that Narrow House tat, bro?
Right here. They can't. Camera can't see
They
it.
can kind of see it. If you stood up, you can
Oh, there
show,
it
but
is,
that'd
right
be
here.
more than 30%.
That's that stupid tattoo that I got. You know the story behind that tattoo?
I think I do, but tell
I
it.
don't.
So in terms of the story of me getting the tattoo,
No, I don't.
I
think know
posted.
that story.
I was at work one day and I was just bored out of my mind, just stupid shit running through my head. And one of the stupid shits running through my head was, I'm gonna post a status. So I posted the status that said, if any of you like this status, I'm getting a Narrow House tattoo. And I tagged all the members. None of them liked it, I think, except for Gooch. And Gooch wasn't even in the
Not
band.
even a member.
He's not even a member, but he was like their roadie,
Members only.
like their unofficial roadie.
Okay.
Or no, like okay, none of them liked it, but they all commented on it. Like that's fucking stupid. Don't fucking do that.
Don't do that.
So I did it,
Right.
and it
right,
turns
of
out
course.
the art, my tattoo artist at the time, Eddie Mendez from Sacred Apple, he was doing the tattoo, and he's like, man, I can't believe I'm doing a Narrow House tattoo. He kind of talked like Tommy Chong a little bit.
Awesome.
And I was like, yeah, dude, it's so sick. And he's like, man, I remember drawing this up. And I'm like, what? You're the original artist for this logo? That's awesome.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Wow.
That must have made him feel really good that he was tattooing that on you then.
Yeah. I had no
Wow.
idea. Like, I knew he was friends with them, but
It's pretty cool.
Man, that's like full circle and shit.
Corey comments, we still don't like it.
I love you, Corey.
So right below it, I got on their MySpace page, they had in brackets.
Wow, MySpace.
Yeah.
Shit.
Their MySpace page had in brackets NHDL, Narrow House Death Legion, for their fans.
Sweet.
I don't know if it ever went anywhere. But so I got right below that and kind of like a Slayer.
Oh, NHDL.
I made it look kind of like it was like carved in my skin or burned in there.
Well, you did it. Your tattoo artist did, but I get where you're coming from.
That was
You
my
just told
idea
him,
behind it, and I hate it now. I think that's like the dumbest part of the tattoo. It
Really?
looks stupid.
Are you going to
But,
cover it up, Benny?
yeah, I actually talked with Erica about covering it up, but she had a really cool idea because she wanted to like take kind of like the idea of you look at a board like
I
a
remember.
particle board where you put posters and stuff like flyers, and some of them overlap, and like start doing that with like band logos, but make them flyers and like flyer them all over like
That's
overlapping
cool.
them.
It's kind of cool.
That's an interesting way to cover some shit up, too.
Yeah. And
Put an YC.
that would kind of fill in the rest of my elbow, which I really don't want to get, but
Pain,
That
man,
hurt?
right? Yep.
I have a tattoo on my arm that did not hurt at all.
yeah.
Like, I was shocked. Like, this one that I have here, it was like right on the bone too, and I thought it was gonna hurt, but it did. I barely felt it. And then like all the other ones were horrible.
None of mine have hurt.
Mine have.
I only have
Especially
three,
on the
but-
bone.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one hurt the most. It was either my Rest Repose one right here, where I basically just got this on my shirt. And then I also have my Dat Boy tattoo. The Dat Boy tattoo, it was painfully ticklish.
That's kind of got you far, though. Look at your shirt. Think about that tattoo. Look at your shirt. Think about that tattoo, right? Jared Dines, right? It's his band.
It is.
Yeah. You were on his show
I was.
because of that boy.
Because of Dat Boy and Hail Santa,
I do like the Hail Santa.
which I got those both on the same day.
It's pretty funny.
I was on my way back from Comic-Con.
Awesome.
It's a sad Santa. That's what my
What's-
son says. My
sad.
Santa's
sad
sad. Like, over his eyes.
Where does the decision to do the Hail Santa come from? I'm just curious.
Okay, so there's this this shop on Tumblr. It was on Tumblr. She would post all her art and stuff, and it was like all these like stuffed animals and shit. And one of the things was the Hail Santa, this exact Hail Santa. She made like a Christmas sweater, an ugly Christmas sweater with that on it, and I just loved it so much. And then I was thinking one day, on my way back from Comic-Con, I see a flyer on Facebook, New Breed doing half-off tattoos that day. So I immediately messaged Erica. I'm like, hey, I'm coming in. Okay.
And you got that boy and Hail Santa.
Yeah, and the Hail Santa, it was just like, I was like, this is so stupid, but like, I know it's gonna be like a hit. and it's
Has it been?
It has.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah.
I'm
so glad.
Occasionally, it gets pointed out at stores, like like GameStop was the last time. They're like, "Dude, does your tattoo say Hail Santa?" I'm like, "Yeah, it does." That's so awesome.
That's so awesome.
Corey says, "Heart you, David Linder."
Oh.
Tagged you in it. He even tagged you in it.
Oh. Oh. Let's feel all this love.
Can't see, but he's blushing.
Lender love. Lender love. Right?
Stop.
So
I was going to ask, what beer are you drinking?
I am drinking a beer called Maze Haze. I think it's my last one. It's a triple dry hop double IPA. It's almost like your standard 450 IPA. Like it tastes like all their double dry hopped or triple dry hopped double IPAs, and it just tastes like your standard 450 North IPA. And we got this when we went to the beer maze, the corn beer maze.
Sounds like a good time, but I did not.
It was a fun time,
When
It was hot.
It was back in October.
October, yeah.
Yeah. Was it the beginning of October?
It's like October 16th or something.
Was it before or after we got married?
It was before.
It was before. It was the weekend before the. It would have been like. the
Oh, yeah,
9th or
because you took
something.
that weekend. You called in for work that day, but you wouldn't call in for the wedding. It was the weekend before.
I was team leading the day of our wedding.
that in there.
Yeah, that's what it was. It
You
was
were.
the weekend before.
All of you guys were.
Yes.
You were there.
I was the most there.
Yeah.
She was the most there too.
Also the most thing.
I filmed the damn
Yeah,
thing.
she filmed it.
She fucking live streamed the shit.
I think out of all, I was the most there.
Yeah,
You really were. She put the whole fucking thing together.
It was a gangster wedding.
It was nice.
I mean, that's typical move for her. She does everything. I can't give her enough credit.
Aw. That's nice.
And that's how I make up for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Shut up, Dave.
Laundry.
Shut up, Dave.
Yeah.
What about them dishes, Dick?
Yeah, do those.
I do those.
Okay.
I do
You
those.
got
does.
a dishwasher you're getting ready to put in or put in?
It needs to be put in.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We were waiting. This
my dad.
Partially the reason we haven't put it in yet is one, we're waiting on her dad to have time to do it, and we're also waiting on a new water softener. We have the new water softener now, so we can do it.
It's time.
It's
Lafayette has hard water, and I did not want to run a brand new dishwasher with that.
Word.
well, I mean, they said it would take like 3 years to ruin it, but
But still.
Did you know that I worked at a water conditioning facility and
Did you
sold
now?
water softeners in my 20s?
that is super interesting.
It is not interesting in the slightest. I was just bringing it up because that's how I relate to what you're
Guess
talking
You
about.
brought it up, so now that is the topic of discussion.
Okay. Well, when I was in my early 20s, I got a job working at, the water conditioning place. I'm not going to say which one because it was not a good experience. I worked there for several years selling bullshit that I didn't care about because it was water
That's
softeners
fair.
and filters.
Does
and
anybody
drinking
really
water.
care about that?
It was
I
like,
don't know. The guy that sold us ours, he was really into
Yeah,
it.
he was
well,
like
they're
about
into it because
and
that's
he
the only
made
way you
you
make
like
money. They only get they get commission,
Yeah.
from that. So they really push to sell that shit. And it was I hated being in sales.
No,
It's not for
this
me.
guy loved it. He brought like a briefcase full of like science stuff, and I spent an hour watching him do all these science experiments like on the water. And he's like, and I'm just like,
He got you into it, like in terms of like the customer. He was about it. He sold it, and he was
Good
into
for that
it.
guy.
And
I did not have fun testing water and listening to people bitch about, oh, do I need the carbon filter or do I just need the, the particulate? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I want to go home.
Yes, you need
like,
everything.
Just don't have well water, lady. Get out. Anyway, yeah, that's my story.
Awesome. That was a really cool story.
Yeah, when I quit, that was a good story.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that was a good story. I was performing in the very last opera that I've performed in, down in Indianapolis, and it was the last night I had one more show, and they wanted me to come home and work, and it was a snowstorm because it was in February, and it was in Indianapolis, like 2.5 hours away from where I worked, and I was like, this is more important. It's the last night of my performance, and I quit. And she's just like, well, if you don't come in, then you're probably gonna get fired. I was like, that's okay, I quit.
Yeah.
And then I hung up.
Like, did you not hear that?
No, that's okay. I
can't
think
quit
I'm
because
okay
you're
with that.
fired. You can't fire me
That
because
won't
I
be
quit.
necessary. No, it's like my Kyle Gass moment. That won't be necessary because I quit.
I quit.
So yeah, I quit, and then I decided and the weird thing was the very next day I got a phone call from a job that I had applied for 6 months before and never heard back from, and they wanted to hire me, and I decided not to do that one either because I found out that I was expecting my son, and then I started getting sick, so I didn't work and I stayed home.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's how it all worked out.
Does anybody else have interesting I quit or getting fired moments?
I just told a bunch of people to fuck off when I got let go at Nanshan.
Let's hear this story, Dave.
It's not a very good story. I was working thirds.
Let's hear some details. Who did you tell to fuck off? How did you tell
my
him to fuck?
supervisor, a random supervisor, the whole building.
Why did you tell them to fuck off?
They were like, you have to leave. Why? All right. I was like, fuck you all. I'm out then.
Wow.
That's solid. That's really solid.
That's all I got.
Nate, what do you got?
I'm going to totally do like everybody else does in the world, and I'm going to steal Veronica's story because it's pretty much the same story, just different. So I was 14 when I got my first job at McDonald's, okay? And I was working there and worked there for 2 years. In the middle of that time, I started a band, my first band, and I really loved it. We were trash. It was awful. And in the beginning, we were awful. Like in the later years,
Is this Draxus?
Like, yeah, Draxus, right? Good memory. So that was like we were in the basement. We had no PA. We were just playing our instruments through our amps and screaming over the top of this music. And we had, for whatever reason, decided to invite these girls from 3 hours away who knew my aunt. Where I convinced my aunt, like, drive them up. We're going to hang out. We'll play a concert for them. It'll be great. We only know 2 songs. For Whom the Bell Tolls and Enter Sandman. Yes!
So precious.
So I had called off. I'd asked off for work 2 months in advance. And they were like, okay, cool, no, whatever. No big problem. Get the week of, and I'm on the schedule. I'm like, what do I do? What do we do? It's my first job. I really like this job. I don't want to lose this job. I like it, whatever. So I decided. I was like, fuck it. So I called in that day. I was like, hey, I don't think I'm coming in. I don't feel very well. And they're like, well, you're probably going to get written up. And I was like, well, then I'm probably going to quit right now. Fuck you. I'm done. Click. And then we did the show, and the girls never talked to us again, and it was a win. Now I'm here. So, yeah. The show was terrible. It was awful. In hindsight, we were just screaming at them. It must have been mortifying.
These guys are just yelling at us. Why did you just bring us here? Why did you do this?
We drove 3 hours and guys screaming at us.
And I mean, it wasn't just like we were just screaming at them. We had like
your family's fucking weird.
We had strobe lights in the basement on.
Oh my
Brandon
God.
can attest to this. Shit. So it was like a show. Like we were trying to put on a fucking experience.
For like 3 girls.
Yeah, it was awful.
You had to call off work at 2 months in advance.
Similar
because
story.
it was Valentine's Day.
Funny.
And I knew people were going to ask off, so.
Similar story. So my first band, Catacresis.
Ooh.
So we would have practice at Cody Clem's house in his basement.
Cody Clem.
He was the drummer, and he was dating this girl Abby at the time. And for her birthday, he threw a birthday party at his parents' place.
Sweet.
And he asked me, this is also the day I was moving into a new apartment, or so because I was only moving 2 floors up and my old roommate was staying in that apartment, I kind of I was like, I'll get it when I get it. So anyway, that was the day of the practice. My last practice before we moved, or before the show, so I go to practice and I get a phone call saying, hey, they're putting all your shit out on the street. And I was like, what? And I just had like the best practice of my life. Like my band's impressed with me and I'm feeling good. And so I'm like, I gotta go, guys. They're putting my shit. And so I get home, all my shit's up there, and I was like, I guess I'm moving today.
Damn.
Which I had already moved most of the stuff. I just kept a few, and I told them, I was like, hey, I'm gonna get this like today or later today or tomorrow. And they were like, no, you need to get it out of here now. And they're my friends, and it's not like I'm moving 2 floors up in the same exact building.
Weird.
Same exact side of the building.
Why didn't they just take it upstairs to your door and leave it?
Yeah.
Taking it to the curb was much more effort.
Yeah, it's whatever. And it was about to rain. The only reason I like shot home was because it was about to rain. So
yeah, friends. They shouldn't have even been outside.
Did you hit them?
No.
I would have punched them in their dicks.
I was much smaller back then.
Still should have hit them.
I was about 80 pounds lighter.
I saw a picture of Tiny Dick. That sounds bad.
YouTube? No.
So anyway.
It was a picture of him when he was like 17 and he's just like really small and like a yellow tank top. He posted.
No, I wasn't 17. I was, I think, 20 at that time.
You look like you were 17.
Yeah, I did.
Close enough.
No, the other picture I posted in that with me with the Ibanez guitar, where I look like I'm playing it, but the pick's like in the strings on the headstock.
Yeah.
I was just posing. I was literally posing for the camera. I set my camera on a timer and I posed and I did it. And oh man, I'm
blessed.
So hopefully I can tell the story while I'm looking for this, because I want to pop this up on the live feed. It's bad. It's cringy.
Linder, you age well for being 746 years old.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I am a dragon. So here it is.
You're gonna yeah. Oh, there you go.
Pop it over here.
He's done this a time or 10.
Yeah, right here. Look at that. So we have the pick right here. And I'm wearing a Disturbed tank top that was way too large for me.
Those arms.
Look at that Anacondas poster. That they were handing those out at the theater.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And
I got one of those.
It's like
'cause I went and
textured.
saw it at the
It's like
theater.
snakeskin textured.
Movie? Oh my.
It's cool. I never saw the movie, but no, they were just handing them out at the theater we were
Oh
at.
my god. You would.
And this poster right here is actually from France. It says "mix shit." Yeah, good times. Anyway, so
How many pictures did you take until you got the right one?
Oh,
I
damn,
could
that's a
not
pro
tell you that.
question.
I think I posted like 4 or 5 pictures from that night.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so we're throwing this birthday party for Cody's girlfriend Abby, and part of the party was Catacresis was going to play for them,
Yeah.
her and her friends. And let me tell you, so we go downstairs, and this was still, I think this was our second show.
This is like cringeworthy.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's like making me uncomfortable and embarrassed.
This is our second
already.
show, so I hadn't memorized lyrics yet. I was still holding the lyrics in front of me.
Amen for you, bro.
I was great, right? So we're playing the show, and none of these. I was looking around at the party. I'm like, none of these people listen to metal. So I was like, this is gonna be fun. So we go downstairs, and we're literally playing a metal show to these people that probably listen to nothing but shit. And so, but Abby was into it. She was the only person into it, which it's about her. So whatever. Fuck her friends.
Fuck the
She
fans.
got the show that she wanted, which we played.
That's what
Fans.
One of the songs we
Murder
did.
Face.
Only time we ever did it was "Eaten" by Bloodbath.
Oh God,
Love that fucking song.
it's a good song.
Fucking love that song, and we played it for her. Like that was the song she wanted to hear,
bitching.
which is perfect for me because I love that song. I want to cover it
About being
more.
eaten alive.
Yes, it's about that song is about a cannibal in I think Germany or somewhere, and a guy actually wrote in a newspaper saying, "I want this famous cannibal to eat me alive." And that song is about being like wanting to be eaten alive. I think the lyrics are "carve me up, slice me apart, lick my guts and I was about to say lick my guts and suck my fart." That's not the words.
Sounds like it should be the
Oh
words.
my
though.
god.
What?
Suck my guts and lick my heart.
Heart. Oh my god.
I know. I was like, wait. Chop
my
me up. I like to
God.
be hurt. Drink my marrow and blood for dessert.
Ooh.
It's a good fucking song.
Ew.
It's a brutal fucking song. I love it.
You almost didn't sell me in the first part of that.
Should I
when
be
you made the
worried
fail.
right now?
Oh shit, we got Corbin Whitlock in the chat. What's up? We got Keegan. He's watching.
Ooh.
Hello.
But yeah, the show did not go over very well for her friends.
Oh,
Like they were
probably
just all
hated it.
standing there like, what is going on? I'm just like, and that was before I could really scream, so I was just yelling. I was just yelling very poorly.
The only birthday party that Chips played was mine and
Yeah.
Ziggy's birthday.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a
And
good time.
I was fucking blackout drunk before we started playing.
Oh no.
That was a fun
They
day.
kept feeding me drinks and like, oh, we're playing last. We'll be all right. And someone's like, oh, Dave, you're playing now. I'm like, whoa, we're
What?
So
okay.
peel behind the veil a little bit. I've never been drunk before a show or like got drunk to play live music.
I thought you were gonna say you've never been drunk, and I was like, I believe there is a biscuit story.
That is not true. I've been drunk a lot. I'm just
that
saying
one.
on stage, I've never like. I typically don't even fuck with alcohol day of show. It's just a different. I have to be in a different headspace. So I need
Right.
to know when you say that. Blackout drunk. How did you even play your instrument, or how did it go? Like
Well, I have an instrument, so I just yell.
Okay. So how?
He yells. He takes his shirt off. He yells some more. He yells at people.
So you just didn't know
Throws
the
things at
words, or
people.
you?
Oh, I did pretty well. I thought.
Okay.
I asked Mike, who was the most sober of the entire
That's what
house.
you always think when you're drunk.
The next day, I'm like, is that all right? Mike's
Invincible.
like, hey, you're fine. What's up? I'm like, oh, I was fucking wasted.
Well, that's impressive.
Well, there you go.
I wrote
Sarah,
half the words, so if I forget them,
Sarah, do you have a fun I quit, I got fuck you fired story?
or an story.
I don't know. I have some stories. I don't know if I want to talk about them.
That's up to you. That's up to you. We're in a safe space. You know.
We're in a what now?
What?
What? Yeah, you fumbled over.
You can talk.
Today.
You can talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, I don't know if there's any that are really that fun. I mean, I have a terrible story about being fired that I'm not going to share. I have I quit GameStop. I didn't do it in any sort of dramatic fashion. It was just for teaching because I was working a lot of different jobs. It's really boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna chime in on. Yeah, it's probably for the best that I don't talk on this subject. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Miranda, you got anything?
Nothing fun.
I mean,
No.
there was the nursing home, the Rose Walk.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a PRN job at Rose Walk, a nursing home here as an aide. And I go in, I think it was 2 a.m. Is that what?
Yeah, it was a
in
2 a.m. shift.
to train. My first day, I find out like 3 or 4 people called in. One of them was the person training me, and I'm just standing around like, what am I supposed to do? And the nurse was like screaming at me like, these people need, you need to be doing something. I'm like, this is my first day here. I don't know. So I ended up just leaving. I just walked out. And then they wanted me to come back after I already walked out. A few days later, they're like, come out. I'm like, no, I didn't go back, did I?
No, you went back.
Did
you
I?
went back one more time.
One more time.
And then you did the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
that place is ridiculous. But I think like 3 months later, I get a text from this random guy and was like, "Hey, this is so and so. Would you want to cover my shift tonight? I'll pay you an extra $20." And I'm like, I don't even work there. Why do you guys still have my number? Like, I've never worked there. I've never.
But that just goes to show you like how much they pay attention.
Yeah.
And
How much they hate that place. Jeez.
That place it's horrible.
But like for them to for her to still be in the system despite walking out twice and not even saying a word to anybody, not saying fuck this, I quit, not saying bye, I'm going home,
Their priorities.
just leave, and they don't even notice.
Other than that, walking out, the only time I walked out from a job was at Frito-Lay. I worked there for a year. I went to go to break, and I was sitting in the locker room like, I'm just going to grab my stuff and leave. And I did. I left because I hated that place.
Wow.
But I didn't say fuck you to anybody. I just left.
Yeah.
Never look back.
They did call me, and I just ignored it.
Oh, so you just ghosted him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dick, there's a comment that says, "Walk among us, woo."
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
That was Alex Taylor. She said when we were giving everybody shit for giving only David love.
I just peeked over your shoulder. I was like, "Yeah, motherfuckers."
I love Walk Among Us.
I do too.
Oh.
They're so much fun.
I do
You
too.
guys are so much fun.
I wanted to play with them forever.
It's gonna happen very soon. We
Yeah.
can confirm.
I can't believe you guys haven't played together yet.
One time we tried to.
And you know what? We finally played that venue that show was at that you guys played, and it's the jankiest,
It's not fun.
dumbest place to play.
I got real weird at that show because there was like 6 people there. I'm like, well, take my pants off too, I guess.
I'm so sorry we missed it.
Yeah, that was
There's a
the.
dude there that I went to high school with that I haven't seen since high school. He's on like in my underwear.
Oh my god.
And you're just like, this is my life now.
Welcome to me.
I'm going places.
That is awesome.
That's funny.
I don't even think
Yeah,
that
we
place plays
will be
shows
playing a
anymore.
show together
I don't
soon.
think so. I haven't heard anything about him.
What place is it?
Taps.
Oh God.
Indy, yeah. We ended up. We were supposed to play Taps, and that place closed indefinitely. And then we ended up playing Jokers, which is in the same place, just upstairs.
Yeah.
Paid $20 to fucking park and didn't get paid for the show. That's what's up.
Ugh.
That don't make no sense.
So Taps used to be the Fifth Quarter Lounge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back when they had the Fifth Quarter Lounge, and it was they were always like really good to the bands. They were really good to the people and all that. It's just getting there sucked. It was just like so off the beaten path to get there, and so I never wanted to
Under
go.
a gymnasium.
Yeah.
See how?
It was just I just never wanted to go. And then whenever I would go, there'd be nobody there. just the bands. That's it.
Because nobody wanted us
The
to pay
band's
$20 for fucking parking.
Well, this was when it was the Fifth Quarter Lounge, so they weren't in Taps. It was a different building. It was like maybe 20-30 minutes away. It was still in Indy,
Gotcha. Okay. My fault.
but yeah, you take like the Louisville exit and you go that way, and then you find your way to it. But
We played there once. It was like the second to last show before they
Yeah.
closed. It was like a punk fest.
We'd be played there a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I tried to get us on that show you guys played
That punk fest?
way back in the beginning of our band. Yeah.
We played at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon to like 4 people, and they were all in bands. So that was fun.
Yeah, we've had a lot of shows like that as well. Mm-hmm.
The cool thing about that place, though, like despite only like nobody showing up, from what I understand, they always took care of the bands regardless.
That's nice.
I think Tyler, I don't remember, because Tyler stayed, because Mike and I went to see some, I think it was Lurking Corpses was playing in town, so we left after we played the show.
I love the Lurking Corpses.
Oh, you know what? That was our show.
That
was our show at LaFiCon. Yeah, it was. Because Knights of the Round played too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
That was
Kevin from
fun.
Knights of the Round.
I think I skipped out before Nights at the Round.
Yeah, you're always singing when we perform, and I always appreciate that.
I was super stoked that Mike got on stage with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. We've only ever had like one other person come up and sing with us, our buddy Craig down in Indy, and that was fun too.
Actually, we were playing Fort Wayne, and that one dude just jumped up on stage and did 138 with us. It was fucking
We've got
crazy.
pictures of him on our Instagram. I forgot about that show.
Mike knows
That was a
like
good
every
one.
sinso Misfits song, so if you need help,
Us too.
call Mike.
Us
Yeah,
too.
Weird, huh?
Strange how that works.
No way.
So we got Nick Maxon in the house. Welcome to the fracas.
Daddy Max.
We want to play games with you.
Yeah, where you at?
touch you.
Where you at? You know what's weird? I hate Facebook Live because he probably was on 2.5 minutes ago
Yeah,
and never heard us
sure.
talk about him. And then he's already gone before he heard us.
Like, I'm just here so my name will pop up.
I want to look cool. Sometimes I click on things on accident. I'm like, oh shit. Well,
Get out before they know I'm here.
The issue with running so many Instagrams on my phone, because I run Journey into Comics, Foodies, Boys, Walk Among Us, my personal page, right? So sometimes I'll think I'll have a notification. It'll be like so-and-so, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're saying. And I'll click on it, and it's some fucking, like, person from some other country or whatever, doesn't matter, and they're doing some live video, and now Walk Among Us has joined their chat and is watching them, and they're like, why are they watching me? You know, and I'm like, go, get the fuck out now. Close the app. Delete the fucking app. Get it off my phone. Like, throw the phone away. Yeah.
Run away.
You guys were talking about, so Mike got on stage, and that was awesome. I wish more bands around here did like the guest thing.
We
It's fun.
have a couple ideas. I don't know how far we want to dive into that, but we have some ideas that are pretty cool coming up that do involve more of that.
Sweet. I wish more bands did that. I mean, involving like either fans or fellow bands, like members of fellow bands, you know, that you're friends with. It's so much fun for the crowd to see that. I mean, even you go to a big time concert and you see one of the other bands bring someone on stage, or say they're in the hometown of like another singer, and it's like, oh yeah, come on stage and do this song with us.
You get those crazy
Because they're at the show. Yeah. And that stuff's cool. That stuff's so cool.
The Sluts do a lot of guest vocals.
I love watching the Sluts. I do.
I like them more and more every time I see them.
There's something.
I used to like.
I just like it because they give off good energy to the crowd. That's
they do.
what I like.
They do.
They put on a show.
I used to not be able to stand them at all, just simply because I'm like, man, what the fuck is this?
I did go to school with a lot of them.
That's how I felt we
Did
played
you?
the first time we played a show with them.
Yeah.
But it was way, I mean, this is early in, I was probably our first year playing shows fully, like our first full year, 2017, maybe our third show that year. We were playing something at Royal Skate, shout out Lansing, and a bunch of bands canceled, as every time fucking happens.
Ben Rose up there.
Yeah, and then Ben scrambled and got the Sluts on the show, and like,
I think I remember that show. I didn't go to it, but
that was an interesting night. That wasn't the weirdest night at the Royal Skate. I'm gonna tell the Baby Huey story, or do you want to tell it? I want to tell that fucking story. It's legendary. Do you want to hear it?
I do.
I'm down for
You guys
whatever.
wanna hear it. You want to hear it? So
I'm gonna hold this for a minute.
we played a Battle of the Bands at Royal Skate that same year. It was the third and final time we played Royal Skate. And Ben put on a Battle of the Bands, you know, and we got there and he was already shit-faced wasted, you know, just like having a good time. And we got like probably an hour or two into the show of other bands playing, and we were getting ready to go on stage, and he's like, guys, I forgot to charge anybody at the door. Fuck. So then he just decides to go into even more party mode, and he just keeps drinking. So we get on stage and we're setting up. We're finally fully set up. We're getting ready to do our set. We play. We're 2 songs in. I look out into the crowd. He is down to his underwear, sitting Indian style, drinking a beer like Baby Huey in the middle of Royal Skate.
Oh my God.
I mean, is that a pretty accurate?
That's accurate.
I mean, that is, yeah, it was.
Awesome.
And then he moshed a little bit in his skivvies. That was interesting.
Shout out Ben Rose.
I think wasn't that the day we won some sort of thing that we weren't.
We took second place at their award thing and won like their battle.
That was
of the
supposed to be the Battle of the Bands.
And,
yeah.
and we ended up getting like a $25 or $50 gift card to Guitar Center, which timing. The very next show we were supposed to play, Veronica's pedal on her keyboard stopped working.
Awesome.
We had to go buy a brand new one, so we just used the gift card. We're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was
There
perfect.
you go.
Works out.
But I just remember when we were receiving the award, he was super wasted, and they had already put on, the lights were all on, so it was just like, and we're just standing there.
Uncomfortable a little bit.
It was just us and our crew left. Everybody else had left, and Ben was there in the microphone yelling at us.
Yeah.
And
About all the
second
awards.
place.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben Rose.
Walk among us.
It was so funny.
It was great. I don't remember who the first place band was because I didn't put any of the other band. Fuck them. We were in a battle of bands.
I think it was. Wasn't there like a rapper?
No.
Was that
we
a different
did do
day?
A show with the rapper. No.
Yeah, here in town, didn't you?
No,
We
it
did.
was at Royal Skate.
Royal Skate.
We played several
We didn't
times
play
there.
a show
I get
with
them
the
all mixed
rapper at
up.
Royal Skate. We went to that show with Belladonna that had the rapper at Royal Skate. TJ Hooks.
Oh yeah.
We also found what was that fucking guy's name, Sarah? We need to make Dick look it up. It was amazing. Oh gosh. There's this rapper, and he's so bad. He's so bad.
Like
And
bad, like good.
let me explain. So Sarah's scrolling Facebook.
Oh, I don't remember. What it
Comain.
was.
His name is Comain. Look up Comain. Komain. Right. So he listen, I understand the hustle and I understand trying to build your brand. That's what I fucking do. I'm not taking it away from the guy. But Sarah's scrolling on Facebook and gets a sponsored ad from some like
How do you spell that?
Komain. Maybe with an E, possibly.
Are you sure? Oh, right here?
I don't know. It should be a rapper. That's not it. No. I wish that was it, but that's not it at all.
No, it is that.
Maybe it's... Yeah, there it is. That's the dude. Okay. So Sarah's scrolling, and she's like, look at this shit. And it's an ad for some, like, review site.
No, it wasn't. It was for like local CD and vinyl manufacturing. That's what it was titled. Something very generic like that. But then it was this ad. It was a sponsored post, and it was this dude like looking off into the distance. And I thought, oh, I need to look at this. I need to see what this is about.
So what do we want to listen to?
It's funnier though. It's hard to tell this story. That's why I don't know why you're telling the story.
Oh.
It's hard to tell this story because what's funny about it is I would have to find the original ad because you click on it and all it is like almost all caps and run-on sentences. This dude writing about himself and how
I'm
great
trying to
he
find it
is.
right now.
Like, and that's what it is. But the website is titled like the generic CD and vinyl, some sort of like thing like
Yeah.
that. So it's like baiting people.
He's got a lot of albums.
It was very interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going
Or
to
no, he's
throw
got
down
two
with
albums. He
anybody
appears on,
today.
like 8 albums.
But it was just the way that it was. It was just the way that it was presented to me. That was pure gold at the time. But yeah, you had to be there.
Yeah, essentially, I'll paraphrase. It was like, you should listen to Comain. Comain is the best fucking rapper of all time.
Yeah.
If you don't have Comain shit, you've done fucked up because he is a legend in the game.
Yeah.
Coming up, you motherfuckers. Like,
Okay.
that was on the level.
So we
Yeah.
have these options of his popular listings. We have these options. Came a Long Way bonus track.
No.
Made in Indiana.
Yes.
The Way Back.
No.
Guillotine Team.
I think the Indiana one.
Feel Some Type of Way.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Go with Made in Indiana
Okay,
for
let's-
1,000.
For this. Trebek.
Oh, time out. Pause it. There's a part of the story we totally fucking forgot.
Oh, this was my beef.
Oh, you got beef.
Oh,
You got beef.
I can talk about this. I can. So So you scroll through all this nonsense that Nate has so lovingly paraphrased. It was like
I did
all
my best.
caps nonsense. Whatever. Somebody, publicist himself. Who knows? We don't know who wrote about this person. But you get to the bottom and there's a video that's just entitled "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." And I said, oh, I'm going to click on this one too. So I clicked on it against my better judgment.
YouTube that shit.
Okay,
bro.
no, don't.
No.
Just save yourself the trouble. I will give you the synopsis because he stands up in this. He's got all this. First of all, Beatles stuff all over. Okay, right now let's get this straight before I even tell this story. Everybody should know that "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" was written by George Harrison.
Not the Beatles.
Not the Beatles. It's a George Harrison song, right?
However,
Who
you
was
said-
in the Beatles, but it doesn't matter.
You said, "While my guitar gently reaps." I kind of want to make that song.
I can't
now.
speak because I'm
sounds brutal.
telling this story. Anyways, you can write that song. It's yours.
She'll give it to you.
I have
Yeah.
permission.
Anyways, here's where it gets offensive. He goes to the record player and he picks up a copy of Sgt. Pepper, takes out a record and puts it on, and "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" in a remixed fashion starts to come out of the record player.
What?
Correct.
Out of Sgt. Pepper.
bad.
Sgt. Pepper. And then the whole rest of the video, he's rapping about not that, while he's kind of like pointing at John Lennon, like on his shirt, and like they keep making all these Beatles references and like John Lennon and all this stuff. And
That's someone aggressively trying to get the Beatles rub.
It was the strangest thing. I was like, why are you doing this? Like,
Maybe that's his shtick.
I don't know. To be wrong?
Sucking.
To just be wrong?
No, to get attention that way. Maybe that's his way to be like. Maybe he's like parodying him.
I don't know,
That's
but
what I'm saying. That's
it's
the-
out there if you really are interested. You can look
know
this
how
up.
I mean, the video is maybe gold.
Can we listen
But-
to his album? Oh shit.
Oh Jesus. Feel like he's trying to be Everlast, and you'll never be Everlast. No motherfucker can be Whitey Ford, but Whitey Ford. Like, let's be real.
Trying to rap Indiana with
He
that.
just said gang.
I'm waiting for the hook. I'm waiting for the chorus.
Okay, that's where you're gonna judge it harshly.
I mean, I'm already judging it harshly.
Hey, this is pretty fly. Right? I'm pretty hip to this jam.
I don't know.
I don't mind people's basement tracks, but I just want to give the heads up, or be given the heads up that it is going to be a basement track.
Here it is. I know this is it. This has to be it. It sounds like a chorus.
Yeah, probably.
It's not coming.
What?
It's not going to happen. You're in it now. that
halfway
was
through
the
the song.
hook. Listening for the hook is the hook.
Here it is.
Now you're trapped. You're in his Indiana maze. Hey.
Hey. I think this is pretty dope fly shit.
Is that your rating?
Yeah, dope fly shit.
Dope fly
7
shit.
out of 5?
Dope fly shit.
Or 5 out of 7?
We're done here.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
let's be done with
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to make fun of this person's music. They're doing their thing. I just was accosted by the wrongness,
Inaccuracies.
the inaccuracies of putting Sgt. Pepper on and then hearing "While My Guitar,"
Guitar.
Guitar.
that George Harrison song. I'm not saying it again because apparently I can't speak today.
While my guitar gently weeps.
That one.
I got you.
Or Jelly Reaps.
Reaps.
I like the
like
Reaps
that
one.
one
That was
better.
cool as fuck.
Hey, now
kinda
that
sweet.
since you guys are supposedly writing original music now,
Ooh.
are you? No,
Well,
doesn't sound like it.
I
That sounded very disappointing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It's just go ahead. Answer how you answer.
well, it's slow
Yeah.
when you're.
Well, now you have a song title that you can
all.
work with.
I do. Well, I mean, I've been writing music like forever, off and
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You know, it's just we have new things that are happening, and we just have to finish up what we were doing before. Doing these, well, he's got these Fiend Friday videos that we put energy into. We only have so much time to practice.
yeah.
So right now we're we're still polishing up. We're going to call it this Misfits project that we've been doing, the Walk Among Us, yeah? Which, we're not going to stop doing shows. I'm not saying that or anything. I'm just saying that we have other things on the horizon.
And I can't wait to hear about it. Can't wait to hear it.
Much
We have a concept, a very strong concept that we're running with that is
pleased.
secret.
It's super
And
secret.
we're not telling
Real hush
anybody.
hush.
It is very.
No basis.
It is.
Real hush hush.
And
Lips are sealed.
it's true, and not just on the podcast. We haven't told anybody.
No.
Anybody. The three of us are the only people that know our secrets about our
Keep it that way. And,
original,
and then just
very
drop
mysterious.
it like a bomb.
Yeah, it'll be a hoot, Nanny.
It's
It'll be a hoot.
we're nerds and we like Easter eggs.
Hell yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is that an Easter egg itself? Does that mean you're going to drop it on Easter?
I like your thinking.
I don't know.
I also,
do like
You know
eggs.
what's funny? I can say this. Some of the things that we're loosely talking about, we haven't officially got down to the skinny of it all. But there are some changes in our sound possibly coming as early as April with something that is
Easter. Gotcha.
No, not Easter. Not Easter.
I knew it.
Listen, there's a show that we're going to be playing that I can't really talk about, but it's going to require us to transform and be bigger than ourselves. And I'll tell you guys off air because it's easier that way. But the show's not announced yet. I don't want to take their stuff. That would be mean.
Nate's our hype man.
So, anyways, this show that's planned, it's going to be happening. We have to be Walk Among Us and then some, and then some.
Wouldn't it be funny if I just muted everything right now and just so you can tell us?
Oh, that would be fucking hysterical.
And then like the live feed's just watching this like us just talking. I'm not gonna do that.
That would be great, but yeah, no. Anyways, so it's just we finally are going to be able to play a show that is. It's like a concept show that's been around for a while, and our opportunity to finally play it is also our opportunity to expand and make people really see what we got.
Sweet.
And that's as far as I'll say. I think that was well said.
Little, yellow, different.
So concepts.
That wasn't an Easter egg.
So
Easter.
it's a concept show. Your concept is like, okay, we're gonna play some Misfits covers.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
Sure, that's right. I mean, that's part of it.
That's
you
a
already do
great
that. Okay.
idea.
Please don't.
No way.
Yeah.
You get us lynched in these parts.
Yeah, we've got a lot of shows coming up all of a sudden. But I'm
You guys haven't been playing too many shows lately.
Well, we took
January off because it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been really busy. I work 2 jobs, and I'm in a band and do this podcast stuff. So I'm a mom, so I'm very, very busy.
Stretched
and
thin.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sarah's got a lot going on with her work with the symphony and making arrangements, and we're trying to do this original music stuff. Like, we've really, really busy people, and we work very, very hard. And it just seems like every time I start to get like a little bit under control with the chaos, something will happen. Like
Well,
now
yeah,
I'm
that's
walking
life.
around with like a possibly broken clavicle.
That's
And-
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if it's not one thing, it's the next. So we're doing our best. We're doing everything that we can, and we're on our timeline, and we've got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm really excited about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah, it's easy to write an album when you're like fresh out of high school and you're all like, let's go in my mom's basement, like think somebody can sneak in some beer later. And then like you can sit there for 5 or 6
Yeah.
hours, let's jam off each other. We can't do that. Also, like I got a composer's tick, so I compose. I sit and think about it, is what I'm saying. It's
It
hard.
doesn't always require you to be in front of the instrument to be creating it.
Right. Most of my ideas for anything, whether I'm painting or making music or any of it, it happens like all in my head. Usually like while I'm falling asleep, and then like right when you wake up, and there's like those golden moments when you're like, I'm awake, but you haven't started to think about all the crap you have to do that day.
Yeah.
That's usually where I get like most of the musical or artistic ideas clarified, and then I just do it. It's just kind of bleh. But like that's yeah, I've been stunted for a few months here musically.
To clarify, though,
yeah.
we played some shows in December. We just took January off.
Yeah.
February 10th, which is a Sunday, we're playing the Melody Inn. We're going back to the Mel for a Sunday soiree. not like typical Saturday night punk rock night. We're doing it different. But it's because our buddy Cy from Delta Queen, they're finally returning. They haven't played a show in over a year. They were supposed to play with us in Chicago, and the night of the show, his bandmates quit on him.
Oh,
Wow.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
We
Delta
played
Queen.
with them once.
Really? Delta Queen's
at,
fun.
at that fifth quarter show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, totally.
Cy's great. I love Delta Queen.
First time we played Indianapolis, he's like, "Hey man, I live here. I know you guys don't know anybody. We're gonna cook you guys a bunch of fucking food. Come to our house and chill. Just wait. We'll take you guys to the show so you know where the venue is. Show you how to do everything."
Yeah, he was super
Yeah.
nice.
Damn, that's awesome.
Into
It was
it.
like the day we met him, we were already old friends.
Yeah, we just were like banking that he wasn't going to be a serial killer. You know,
He wasn't.
We didn't
so
know.
Far. So far, it's been great.
Yeah, we're in a horror punk band. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Ladies in a horror punk
Yeah.
band. Ugh.
But we have. Let's see. We can officially talk about one of our April shows. We have 2 shows right now in April. We've got a show in March that we can't officially announce yet.
Yeah.
Close. We got a show in May that I have to talk to you about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. Sup?
You want to talk about road tripping, bud?
My life is drastically different now that I'm a married man.
That
I
is
don't
true.
know. This might be right up your alley.
Totally. Because it might be like last April, is all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what's happening. So
Treehouse.
Completely lost.
No.
me as well.
But same place. Or same town. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can make this happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I still don't know the date, actually. I need to.
Y'all can live in luxury
May
again
show?
for a night.
Yeah. It's like the
Wasn't it
10th or the
like May?
11th.
We'll have to double check.
We'll get you back. But we just have a lot of shit in the pipe that's coming out, and we're getting ready to be making a lot of announcements, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. 'Cause
Me too.
I love you guys.
Aw.
I haven't talked to band number 1 yet, but we should start practicing probably next week.
Probably.
I
I talked to Mike about band number 1.
You,
I was like,
How
"You guys
often?
gonna practice?" He's like, "I don't know, maybe."
I would like to really kind of polish up some of those songs we
Are you guys
did.
going to try to do the cover you didn't do?
I really want to, and I
Sure.
can't believe we didn't.
You got to make them do it, dude.
No, like literally, I thought we were gonna do it literally the night before our final practice, before Random Band Challenge, and they're like, we started doing it. We got about halfway through, and they fucked up or something, and they're like, let's just not do that tomorrow. I'm like, who cares? Just do it. Have fun.
Play the tune.
I thought you guys were great.
I had
You guys were my favorite band.
I had one of the times of my life, best times of my life, because like
Yeah, I'm so bummed we missed it.
that was my first show in 7 years.
Well, your second show in not 7 years, a couple months now,
For sure.
is
Yeah.
coming. And it's
Yeah.
going to be a banger. Like, I'm really, when we finally get to announce that one, people are going to know that it's something special, I think.
I'm putting a lot of mental energy into that.
Same.
And I don't know, you can tell. Like
Your wheels have not stopped.
They haven't,
ticking.
because I want this to happen. I mean, it started at LaFiCon before Christmas,
Yes, it did.
which was the day after Random Band, I think.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
I was there.
It was the day of Dread. We
Yep.
did the Dread thing there.
So, yeah, like my wheels started turning then because I want to make something happen. I'm ready. Like I'm so hyped to just get us some exposure. That's a lot of it right there. Is just exposure for the network.
visibility. I feel like the
Funds are cool, but
I have a cool
exposure.
idea I'm going to tell you about off air that we're going to do at this event. That's brilliant.
Sweet.
But to talk about like exposure, visibility, and that, I think it's funny because like the Journey into Comics Network has kind of become a subcurrent in Lafayette. And not a
Awesome.
lot of people know that it's a subcurrent of Lafayette because like
this guy over
more
at Taco
people-
Bell knows about it.
But more people know about Podcastrophe or Brews with Dudes or Dungeons with Dudes or, you know, even Game Addicts podcast more than even recognizing that any of that came from this. So it's going to be cool to like be like, oh, we're putting it together now. I get the whole bigger picture. This is what they're trying to be.
Right.
It's really funny. I mention Journey into Comics more than I mention Podcastrophe sometimes.
Okay.
So like over here at Taco Bell, there's this guy, this little black kid with a lisp.
Awesome.
He's he sees a shirt or something I'm wearing or something. He sees something on me and he's
Maybe
like,
your Zoom hat.
maybe, I don't know. It was a while ago, but
Sure.
he mentioned it and he's like, he starts questioning me on comics shit, and I'm like, dude, I'm not the person to ask, but I do help out with the comic books podcast every now and then. Like, what's your podcast? I'm like, well, that podcast is Journey into Comics. And then the other day I was in there. He's like, do I know you? I'm like, yeah. He goes, are you the guy with the podcast? Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's a good podcast.
Sweet. Nice. That's awesome.
Thanks, random guy. I like that.
Well, the one time, I started doing this thing because one time there was this girl in there. She relatively new, probably goes to Jeff High School over here. And I told her, I was like, she asked me my name, and I said Blaine. And so then the next time I came in, for whatever reason, I was just like, my name's Dick. And she looked at me so confused. Like, because I think she recognized me from the last time.
Yeah.
Because this was probably within days of each other, because I'm a Taco Bell fiend right now. Or have been for a couple months now. Now that I have it so close to me. And so she's just looking at me confused and just typed it in. And then, so I decided I was just going to start every time she's my cashier.
Change your name.
Change my name to something completely different. But no, one time this kid that I was talking about, he asked my name and I said, it's Dick. Somebody else took my order. I said Dick, and when it came to like say, hey, like your order's here, he like looked out into the lobby and he's like, Dick. And I'm like, sup? I was like, are you afraid? He's like, are you embarrassed to say my name? He goes,
Afraid of the Dick?
He goes, no. I was like, because, I mean, I remember one time the Taco Bell on 26, I said my name was Dick, and when they came to say, hey, your order's here, they're like, Dick! I was like, that was amazing! Because he didn't do that for anybody else.
Damn.
He goes, Dick!
Fucking Dick.
I have a recommendation for foodies, a movie recommendation.
Ooh, intriguing.
Miranda and I watched this, I think, about 2 weeks ago. It's a Nick Offerman movie. So you guys remember, I posted a status saying, Nick, period, Offerman, period, drinking, period, hams.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Because he's in this movie and he's drinking a hams, and that's just amazing to me. So this movie, my friend Austin Welch actually worked on.
Oh, sweet.
He was a production intern.
Sweet.
So I texted him. I was like, hey, is this movie the movie you're working on? He goes, yep. And then, so I posted that status, and he goes, so since I was there, he was technically drinking a hams with me. I was like, I would die happy.
What movie is it?
This movie is called Hearts Beat Loud.
Never heard of it.
It's an indie movie. Just a really good movie.
Answer me now, is it sad?
No.
Okay, good.
It's not a sad movie whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Good.
No, it's all about music.
feel.
It's all about
Yeah,
music.
there's too much of that.
The guy, Nick Offerman's character, owns a record store.
Okay.
And his daughter's leaving for medical school, and he's trying to get her to write music with him, because they always have these jam sessions.
Okay.
And he's just out of nowhere, like they write this song and he puts it on Spotify, and like he's trying to like, he's getting like all these offers, and he's trying to get her to get into it. She's like, I'm leaving in a week, bro. But no, it's a good movie. It's an excellent movie. It's a fun. It actually really it got my musical brain like going for like indie stuff. Like, it's weird, but for me, it made me want to write music.
Sweet.
But I'm not going to.
Why not?
Fair enough.
I just don't have that ability musically. I can do vocals over stuff that other people have done, but same.
I think they need to watch the movie Frank.
Oh,
Frank?
that's the movie.
If you want an indie movie,
I've not seen Frank.
Oh.
You need to see
What
Frank.
is it?
But I've heard it's really
So
Frank is wonderful.
just pull up the trailer.
Yeah, you need to just.
Really good. I
Yeah,
know
there's
about
no way to describe it.
If I try to describe this to you, it's
Yeah.
just going to be a train wreck. It's easier to just.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah, it's a real good one.
Fly.
And I didn't know who was
Gingerbread.
playing the main character until I was, until they took.
You were so pleased.
Until I saw who it was, and I was like,
Yep. top
Yeah, I kept it from you. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good one. Fly, Gingerbird.
Lay an egg for me.
I say tell everyone everything. Why cover anything up?
Domhnall Gleeson.
Right?
How to describe Frank? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's the head, of course.
He never takes it off. You think it's weird? Would it help if I said my facial expressions out loud? Welcoming smile.
Delighted look. Well, what goes on inside the head, inside that head?
I find this inspiring.
Is music. Frank, people should know about you. You should be famous.
Flattered grin, followed by a bashful half smile.
Stop saying your facial expressions out loud. It's extremely.
Oh, gross. Maggie Gyllenhaal.
She's so great in this
I fucking
movie.
hate her, though.
You'll hate her in
You're
this
supposed
too.
I hate her face.
You'll hate her in this too.
What game are you playing? Filling Frank's head with these ideas?
I can't hear you over the sound of the bubbles.
Someone needs to punch you in the face.
Here we go.
It's gonna be huge. You gotta come see us tomorrow night. I promise nothing bad will happen.
You promise nothing bad will happen.
Frank's.
South by Southwest. I want to go to that.
With all his issues, 100% sanest cat I've ever met.
Okay. The head. Take it off.
I have a certificate.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had no idea it was Michael Fassbender when I watched it. I was so pleased.
Here it is. My most likable song ever. Coca-Cola, lipstick ring, go dance all night, kiss me, just kiss me, Nefertiti.
I hear it now.
This is your most likable song ever.
Yeah.
People will love it.
I've heard good things about it.
So good.
You're about to hear some more good things. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Hearts beat loud.
Frank. Everybody go watch Frank.
Wow. First, I type in hearts, and it's literally the first thing.
Great.
Trailer Catastrophe.
Yeah.
How's it going, kiddo? It's jam session.
It's full beard Nick Offerman, too, which I am always a fan of.
Time arrives, we have to put aside childish things like homework and med school.
Please don't touch my neck.
It's jam sandwich time. I have to close the shop.
I'm sorry, Frank. I held off on raising the rent as long as I could.
I mean, it's time. My girl starts UCLA in the fall. You can't make your heart feel like what?
Just a bunch of words.
I want it that way. They want what? What way?
I'm sorry, are you bringing up the Backstreet Boys?
It's actually a pretty good song.
You don't always get to do what
Features like all original music, too. It's great.
I never realized
Ted
that was your
Danson?
secret.
I think so.
You've been trying to start a band with me since I was like 12.
We're not bad.
I'm not a band. I like it.
I don't want to be in a band. And even if I did, I'm not going to be in one with my dad. Control Free?
What is this?
New indie mix on Spotify.
This is my band. You guys, this is my band.
Sweet.
This is my band!
Okay, so what do we do now?
I mean, we could write another song.
This is so good. You wrote this. Yeah. With my dad.
Sam talks to me now like she's the adult.
It's just her way of making it easier for you when they leave.
Maybe you could take me.
I don't know, I'm starting to feel things. I don't like to feel.
I know.
This is called emotionally manipulative
And
music.
if she were here right now,
Agreed.
I've been here my whole life. I want something different. It's time to get away. Let's just do our thing.
one thing, we've never done this before.
Just do what we always do. Just in front of some people. And that's what bands do, right?
Ted Danson was good in this.
Cool.
Do you feel the vocals smacking you in the face?
Yeah.
I just needed to say it.
It's kind of cool.
That looks sweet.
It looked heartwarming and lovely and yada, yada,
It
yada.
was, I just accidentally
I
put
would
that.
see it. I like Nick Offerman.
Oh, I love Nick Offerman.
We will watch it because we gave Horse Force a chance.
Horse Force? What the fuck is that?
He apparently has not listened to last week's
Foodie.
I have not.
Well,
Listen and save yourself.
Sometimes that's that Foodies is one of those shows where I have to look at the description and see what you guys are talking about and be like, okay, am I going to listen to this show or am I going to listen to another show? Listen.
Well, this particular one, it was AP's pick, or suggestion from Andrew Poor, and he said we should check out Sorry to Bother You. So we did. And then we talked about it on Foodies Watching Movies, season 3, episode 9. 9?
yeah.
10's next week.
Plug.
Yeah.
Gotta do what I
Hell yeah.
gotta do.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. Are we going to get to games? Are we going to game it?
I don't know if we're going to game today. Are we going to game?
I would like to game.
I don't know if I have time. I have half hour.
It's 5 o'clock.
We should see if Nick can
We've
game.
got
Maybe we
some
can go
shit
there
to
and
do.
game.
I bet he.
That'd be dope. That'd be
That
dope.
could be a thing. Do you want to hit him up while we're doing this?
I will hit him up.
Cool.
If you guys want to finish Decapitation, you can kill me off right away.
Why don't you just take my place and I'll play your character and I'll play him different?
Dude, yeah.
That's hysterical because my character's technically
Do what you got to do.
Right?
Do what you got to do.
Do it.
right?
As long as he
Devin
still
got
has-
his leg ripped clean out.
Clean off.
As long as you do it with a Wisconsin accent.
You just do me drink pickles, boys.
Drunk
It's gonna
pickles.
be one of those. I think I might need to bounce.
Pickles, nickels, because nickels are money too, guys.
Pickles, nickels, because pickles are money too. Man, that's not my best.
It's not bad, though.
No, my best is murder face.
Yes.
I do a mean murder face.
I used to be able to do
It's just one of those goddamn things where you're just trying to go down the street, you know, and you're just kind of smoking a joint. And next thing you know, you get punched in the dick out.
Voice acting is so fun. Like, and especially in terms of like you just did a character.
Yeah.
Like that already exists.
Yeah.
But you did it completely originally.
Yeah.
So you in turn have to step into the mindset of that character.
Oh, yeah.
In order to do it, I have a hard time doing that. I can do voices.
Were you not a theater kid?
No. I was
Yeah,
not.
you just, it's Nathan Explosions is an easier one for me to do because it's just real deep and guttural, and you got to kind of get a little bit, you don't really give a fuck when you're talking like Nathan Explosion, and we are Bleach.
No, you drink the bleach.
Therefore, we are Bleach.
That's Hamburger Time is one of my favorite episodes.
I know, it's so
of
funny.
Metalocalypse ever.
One of my favorite Nathan Explosion moments was this part where they're like out playing golf or something, and Oftenson, their like lawyer manager guy, he's like trying to talk to them, and like you're just a freaking robot, man. And like Nathan Explosion is like, yeah, you're just you're just a robot, man, little robot. Like they offend him, and they're like, dude, we're so sorry we called you a robot, man. We didn't mean that. I can't do his voice unless I do it
I
really
love that
low
show.
and soft.
I know, it's so funny.
My favorite
hard.
episode is when they join their own cover band.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Yeah, they start meeting the
roots. Get back to our roots.
Do this. I don't know. I've never been paid in beer before. They just give us free beer all we want.
I need one beer, please. I have one beer ticket.
Guys,
They're on the fucking ice rink, and it's like a spaghetti thing.
Oh, yeah.
you get all the. I love when they're like, guys, what's that sound? I don't know. Maybe we're hungry.
You can't beat the first episode though when they go grocery shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Because their fucking chef got fucking annihilated by the helicopter.
Cook something.
Everybody dies in Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
Except them.
I love Metalocalypse.
Didn't Death Clock get inducted in the Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That's great.
What?
What is this?
How's that
place?
even possible?
I believe this place is called Foods Libraries. It's called a grocery store, you douchebags!
Sorry about the douchebags.
Wow.
It looks
2
Toki's.
cups rice. Pouring into the cart.
It Toki's looks. You got the latest tampons in your carts.
Because you're a lady.
It's because you. No, you ladies. I am snobs. It's so angry.
Play me the harmonic scale in C. Wrong!
Oh, I could quote that fucking show all day, and it pisses me off so much that Adult Swim canceled it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, and then Brendan Small, is it Brandon or Brendan? Brendan Small, like, did this whole, like, they hyped it up. He got, like, did he do a fundraiser, or did he just do, like, a teaser thing? Because he did something, and it was like, hey, look, Adult Swim, all these fucking fans want to do it, and Adult Swim's like, nah. Oh, by the way, you also can't do this anywhere else.
That was
just
dumb.
done.
Also, I will say, I think he'll get the rights back eventually. Galacticon?
Yeah.
Galacticon.
Galacticon is the only thing he has the rights to.
I loved that album. That first Galacticon album is still one of my favorites. Brendan Small's home movies. You know he did that?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. Wasn't H. John Benjamin in that too?
Yeah,
yes.
He's the coach.
Dude, I love H. John Benjamin.
Mr. Archer / Bob.
Well, yeah, he was also in Wet Hot American Summer.
Yes.
And H. John Benjamin has a van.
Down by the river?
I love that guy's fucking voice. Someone asked me, it was Joe Grimes at work the other day for whatever reason. He was like, if you could have anybody's voice, who would it be? I think I settled on Patrick Warburton.
Interesting.
I love Patrick Warburton's voice, especially when he's Kronk. But I completely forgot about H. John Benjamin, and I was like, I would go with him. I would go with H. John Benjamin.
Both good choices.
Yeah, he went with God, I'm drawing a blank. He currently plays in The Ranch. He's the narrator of Big Lebowski.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott, yes.
Isn't he nominated for an Oscar this year?
Really?
Yes, first time.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's
said,
awesome.
You know what his response was? About fucking time.
Did you ever see him on Parks and Recreation?
No, I never watched that show.
It was amazing.
You need to watch it. That's one of those shows.
You know what show was amazing that everybody didn't
Pratt
talk
in it?
about in that same era? Fucking Community.
Yeah, it's weird.
And Community, in my opinion, is a better show.
Community was a great show.
I've seen clips from that, and that looks good. I haven't watched it.
I've not watched it
It's
either.
Donald Glover, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Community's hilarious.
Troy in the
Really funny.
mornings.
Yeah.
I love Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is hilarious on Community.
Watch Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
It's
You know what I
Office
just
style.
You know what I just started watching out of nowhere? Rick and Morty.
I tried watching that. I
had tried watching it. I'd seen a few episodes here and there. I was like, yeah, it's funny. I wasn't really in the mood for it. But I binge watched the fuck out of it the other day, and I was just like, it was so funny.
It's great.
I got a
was
season and a
rolling.
half in, and I'm just like, I can't.
No,
do this.
it totally
Everyone watch
sucked me in.
Letterkenny.
It was so funny.
Letterkenny.
Good time.
Where's that at?
Hulu.
Hulu. We have Hulu.
We got Hulu. We did that. We did that 99 cents a month deal for
Hulu.
Black Friday.
The basic package for Hulu is going down to $5.99 a month.
That's
to
exciting
counter,
news because Netflix is going
To counter Netflix, they decided to go down, but the premium package is still $11.99. But no commercials, motherfuckers.
Damn right.
And I like living a life with less commercials.
I feel like on right, you and your direct TV app with all the fucking commercials.
They're pissed
All
at me
the
because
politics.
I recently have been watching a lot of
Oh
CNN
my
with all
God.
the shit that's
All
been happening in
day,
our world.
every
Yeah,
day.
trying to
Trash
stay
pollution
educated.
in my house.
No.
I don't want to talk about this
24/7.
again. But let's just say there's been a lot of the news on TV lately.
There's been a lot of news.
There's been a lot of news.
Yeah, I'm already
Along with a
tired.
lot of commercials for medications.
That's what I was getting to. The
With side effects
commercials.
that are horrifying.
I can't
Yeah.
stand
Have you or a
commercials.
loved one been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
Oh my god.
Should be entitled to
Contact
compensation.
Peter Francis Geraci. Like, how many fucking times do I need to hear that, CNN?
Popular Podcastrophe guest Cameron Langston can quote like word for word the mesothelioma like class action lawsuit commercial.
By the way, can we just
at a moment's notice?
We're talking about like basic shitty things you see on TV. How's nobody on the network, as far as I know, brought up that Judge Judy died?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Judge Judy died like 4 days ago, bro.
I feel like
I haven't seen anything about that.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Rest in peace, Judge Judy.
Man.
I haven't been on Facebook much lately.
Brutal.
Pour one out.
My poor grandma will be devastated.
As crazy as that is to say, I haven't been on Facebook much lately.
Yeah, it is crazy. Creative juices are flowing.
No, it's not even that. I just haven't had time. I'm doing the whole team leader thing. I can't be on Facebook while I'm team leading. Or I don't have signal at the desk, so that's why.
Counterproductive.
Yeah.
Get the desk. Can't fuck off at the
Well,
desk.
I also don't sit at the desk much because when I'm team leading, like if I'm gonna be lazy, I'm at least gonna be standing over by Brandon and Mike.
You're like, I'm gonna be hands-on, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Hands-on lazy.
I'm gonna be hands-on lazy, which is me standing
It's a
mostly.
great episode title. Hands-on lazy.
Hands-on lazy. I dig
Put
it.
your hands on me.
I'll be standing by Mike and Brandon, listening to them talk and chiming in. And like, it's funny because Brandon will mention something at lunch, and I'll be like, and I'll know where him and Mike are gonna be. If they're gonna be working together, I was like, sweet, I can't wait to listen to the podcast.
Because you're just there.
I'm there. No, that's the way Brandon talks.
It's like live podcasting.
It is. That's the way
without
Brandon
mics.
talks. If you get him in a discussion of things, it's a live podcast, and that's how he.
That's just a cool way to have entertainment at work.
That's genuinely how he talks, and like he'll, especially if him and Mike are working together, or him and somebody else, it's just like, or someone else that can actually genuinely like hold a discussion with somebody, hold a conversation. But yeah, it's been good.
Damn.
I want to interject something real quick.
Interject away.
I was looking for this whole Judge Judy thing, and I keep finding things that says Judge Judy is not dead despite Internet's hoax saying
Really?
otherwise.
So-
but listen to me.
Oh.
That one was from 2 months ago.
Oh.
There's nothing on her Wikipedia saying that she's dead. There's no like news on just like Google about her. It just is like internet rumor claims.
I thought
she's
New York
dead.
Times.
I thought I saw that too.
Here's to plant my emotions. Is she dead or not?
Yeah, for real. Is she dead or not? My grandma needs to know. You know?
Wikipedia. Oh wait, that's No, is that? Okay, Google
I
says
looked at
she's
her
still alive.
Yeah, I looked at her Wikipedia and nothing's been updated to reflect a death.
Wow, she dodged a bullet apparently.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Internet.
TV
let us
series,
know.
1996 on, continued. There's no end date, so the TV series is still going after 23 seasons.
Yeah, the only thing it says is Judge Judy is not dead. So somebody out there in internet land, let me know.
Judy Scheinlin.
No,
Yeah.
her Wikipedia still is current that she's alive. Oh, you're
Right.
on that too.
Yeah, I just went to age 76. Yeah, she's still going.
So you were
good.
misinformed.
Misinformed. Sorry, guys.
Good.
Hey,
Excited.
Mother.
big news, everybody. Tyler McLaughlin, Podcastrophe co-host, has finished his bathroom remodel.
I saw that.
Shout out Tyler McLaughlin, who is not here.
Damn. Someday I'll podcast again with Tyler.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
I feel like the stream has been on the Reaper shit. I've never switched it back. Oh shit!
It's been on what?
It's been on the waveform. The fucking it's been over here this whole
Way to
time.
go.
Just
people
showing us
watching,
getting
it's like,
recorded.
what the fuck?
I mean, it's kind of cool to see this.
Yeah, it's real. It's what it really looks like.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
How about y'all see our faces again? Hi. Oh, there we go.
Here I am.
Here we are.
Do you want?
All right, so we got anything else we want to talk about real quick?
It's your show. I'm not.
Yeah.
We good?
You know.
We good?
It's not my show.
We got to get going.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got shit to do tonight.
Yeah.
And I've got dinner to eat.
Yeah.
I hope we rake up some hardware tonight.
Are you guys going to be at the show tonight?
We are going
Fuck
to
yeah.
awards night tonight.
Very
We
glad to be
are
hanging out with you guys.
nominated for a couple awards as a band, and I'm nominated for a couple awards as a flyer creator, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you are.
The Random Band Challenge one and the Pizza Party Show both were.
I voted for the Random Band one.
Well, I mean, I guess I only did like
I voted for pizza.
some of the work on those flyers, but most of the work was the tech stuff, which I really love doing.
I'm excited to actually hang out with you guys and you guys not be playing.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's
I
gonna-
set
it's-
up my shit and like go out in the fucking freezing
Yeah.
balls ass cold. Like I don't give a shit tonight. I'm sitting inside.
Prepare for me to hug you guys a lot.
Sure,
Great.
hug me.
Sounds great.
Sure.
I hope there's pizza involved.
Yes,
Damn,
we've got a killer
damn
lineup
pizza.
tonight. It's like Coyote Man, Arcturus,
Bizarre Noir.
Bizarre Noir, and Weed Bee. Weed Bee's
Yes.
playing tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Sweet.
And this night, the award show. I made that flyer too.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit. So that's been kind of
That's
fun.
sick.
I don't think Chips won anything.
Yeah,
You were
right.
nominated in a few things.
You were nominated for a few
I don't think you
things.
won.
How do you not think you won?
I don't know.
You just don't have.
Chips.
The underdogs. I voted for you guys.
To lose. Oh,
I voted for you guys, and I voted for you guys.
I did too.
So how do you think you're going to lose if you already got votes?
That's true.
More votes than you were expecting.
I mean,
not 0.
That's a win to me. I won in my heart.
Yes, good.
That's all that matters,
Good.
David.
Funny, we still haven't got our award from last Doom Room Awards night when we won Best New Act.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we still have never got it.
True.
Nick
Jackson
said
he
had
go there
it.
and do a ridiculous speech. I will do a speech.
I don't really know. Do they do it between sets? They announce a couple of times?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, this is the second one, so it could be different this year. Who
Sure.
knows? Nick changes things sometimes.
That's true.
Or forgets.
Just does. Nick just does. You know.
Sometimes you got
I'm gonna
to.
need some coffee.
Nick
for
is,
the
and
body.
Nick is the man.
Coffee and food. All right, folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take over, Mr. Leader Host?
Yeah, let's
Leader
do this.
hosting.
Leader hosting?
We're gonna tag team this.
Yeah.
And I'll tag you in.
Okay.
All right.
Am I doing the plug?
So every week you can catch Podcastrophe live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook on Tuesday, roughly around 5:30 or 6-ish. It does sometime around there.
Eastern Standard Time.
But if you want the audio form, you can check us out on podcastrophe.pod or podcastrofepod.podbean.com on Thursdays. If you're on our feed. However, there is another feed, and that is what is considered the main feed. And that has a ton of other shit. But before I get there, let me tell you, if you are on our feed, you get extra shit.
Hysterical.
Damn.
That you can fill your brains with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
So,
the tag in.
that was the tag right
that
there.
Was the tag.
Oh, yeah.
And then also you guys can check out the Journey into Comics Network at journeyintocomics.com or on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, or Spotify by searching Journey into Comics Network.
There's a vein
or go to
popping out of Nate's neck 'cause he's
patreon.com/Journey
going
into
so
Comics. For $1, you can get early access and exclusive content. And that's all I've got, you motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What he said.
Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This has been fun.
Hell yeah.
I like this chair. It's mine now.
Charitage.
That's the Charitage is None of us can talk today.
Charitage.
Wow.
Maybe we're all suffering from mesothelioma.
Or entitled compensation.
God damn it.
Maybe the M and E equals MC squared. It's for mesothelioma squared.
Energy equals mesothelioma times velocity squaredage.
This has been a podcast.
Oh my God. Walk Among Us. Thank you guys for joining.
Dude, check out our videos every Friday on Facebook.com/Walk Among Us Band.
They're fantastic.
Casual
They
Food
are.
Friday. These two.
You guys are so much fun. So much fun.
We try.
Veronica, Sarah, seriously. It's been too long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nate.
Thanks for having us back.
Brother.
You've been on a few times.
Yeah, and I was on recently for a 4-hour extravaganza.
Yeah, you were.
That was...
I don't want to be on a 4-hour podcast.
They're hard.
They're tough.
That sounds hard.
But they
can go fast.
They go fast because you don't realize it. Like, it's just so good sometimes.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
If that is all, everybody, please
Make every day a big dick day. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wait, the music's actually going to play. Bye.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girlie stood up right of me, just like I planned. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big